So no worries. So in the last session, we have covered function for numeric data. We have covered function for character data. Now it's time for date and time functions. So before I proceed, do you have any question from the last session? Sure it is. Good question it is. So first thing, out and out file are two different things. So out is an internal command, right? Which is for getting output in the SAS only. Out file is used when you are sending something outside SAS, right? And that is the reason you will find out file in proc export, where we are saying that we are exporting this file outside SAS into some physical location, right? Or some other drive. Second, do we use DBMS during production for all non-TXT file? Yes. For any node database management system, we use DBMS. All right, so let me start. Any other question? Okay, so I take it as no questions. So today, you all know that today function will return current date and time. No, this will return only on current date. All right, so let me show my screen quickly. So I will run this. So do you see the X? We have 1st August 2020. Our A, we have 20896. From where this is coming. Okay, I think. Let me just comment this one as well. And this thing as well. Okay. So did you see that we have 22128 as our today's date, and this date is 1st August 2020, and this is the number of days between 1st January 1962 1st August 2020. All right, if you want to change this format, you can use a command by name of format, and you can use your own format which you want to use. Like this. Date time function will return current date and time, as the name suggests, right? Day will return current day from the day portion from the date. So let me show you both the command. So this is my today function. This is output of my date time function. If you want to convert this format, you can do this. So y date time 17 dot, and you can run it. This will show you 1st August 20 and 11/10/26. And this Z, you have this portion from your data, this the day portion. Similarly, we have a function by name of weekday. So this returns weekday, right? So if you want what is a weekday of your X, this will return you a number, and number 7 means Saturday and 1 means Sunday. Instead, 1 weekday, 1 means Sunday, then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and 7th is your Saturday. Now, if you want to capture only date part, right? So you have date time. So in most of the website, whenever you enter, whenever you do browsing, they capture your time stamping. Or whenever you log into Office, again your time stamping capture along with date. However, if you're doing any analysis and you want only the date portion, then you can use this function date part. So this will return you only the date part of your data. Two two one two eight. And if you want to change the format, you can put this number over here. All right. So if you want to try at your end, please to try. I'm giving you some time to practice this. So today is a function, right? To get the current date of your system, and date part is a function which gives you only the date portion from a string which contains date and time both. Let me know once you are done with this, then I will continue. I think someone was saying that the Manish, you are facing some issue with your SAS Studio. Is that fixed now? Okay, Rupa Shri, you are also facing issue. Is that fixed now? Okay, so might be some issue at the server end. So if you try a couple of times, it will resolve. Okay, can you show me your screen? Let me. Means I am just making you present. Right? Show me the error. मनीष वो नेक्स्ट विंडो ओपन नहीं हो रहा क्या? Close this. Okay. Can you try some other browser? Do you have any other browser? Not this one, the other one, GL. There will be three dots, Manish, on top of this window. GL. No, not here. Not here. Where my name is display. The display. Yeah. You can make from here as well. So on laptop, just click over here. Yes. On laptop, just click. Thank you. Okay, just for your information, there is another version which you can download from SAS website. Though it's a little tricky, you can type SAS University Edition. Again, this is an online version, right? But it got installed in your system, right? So for that, you need to download. And there is a full guideline how to install this. So this you can try after the class if your issue still persists, right? Yes, it is. What is the issue? X is getting enabled a code rather than a variable. Need to check. Show me the code which you have written. So Hitesh, I have copied the code which you have written and let me open a new window. It's working absolutely fine. Can you check it again? Do one thing, just remove everything and then Hitesh web. Which ID should I give you the answer? You can change it to something else if that is an issue for time being. However, that should not happen, but so you are present now. Very small screen, let me zoom it. Okay, run this. Run code from line number 54 to 62. Sure. The date function. Okay, show me the code again. Just change the Z1. Delete this Z1. Yeah, line number 57. Delete this for time being. Okay. So that's an error. So do one thing, write it again. So Manish, your issue is all by launching Firefox. So Rupa, you can try in Firefox if you have. So okay. I believe you are not writing the right thing. So it is not date. I believe it's a day. DAY day. Okay. It is not date. It's a day. Yeah. Laptop one. Yes. All right. Now, similarly, we have function for hour. This will return the hour portion. And the function which you are trying with this, it is date function. The date function will also work like your today function. And it does not require any parameter or any argument. Okay, so the next thing which I'm going to tell you is how to define a date. So to define a date as a constant value, you need to put that date into quotes, and after that quote, you need to put a date literal D. And the format for defining a date should remain this: 2-digit date, 3 alphabets, and 4 numbers. right? So if you run this, it will be stored again as a date. So if I'm not putting, a D after this, the color is different, which means this is being stored as a text. And if you want to make it a date, you need to put a D. All right. So if you run this code, this will not work because we cannot subtract a date from a text. All right. So these are the few function. Again, the two most important function from date function series are INTCK. So this function returns a number of intervals in a given time span. So what is intervals? Time intervals. So R is your time interval, day is your time interval, year is your time interval, month is your time interval, quarter is your time interval, and week is your time interval, right? So you can calculate how many intervals are there between two dates. Let me show you one example, then probably you will get a more clarity. So for do not try to write it just right now. Let me explain, then I will give you enough time to practice it. Right? So I have one data which contains only dates, right? And if you want to see them in the same manner, then I can do one thing. I can create a format for them over here. All right. Now I want to check how many years will be there between this date and this date, right? So, so what was the date? So date was 15 June to 20, right? And between 20 and 2009, there were 11 interval of years, right? If you change this to month, these are the number of months between 3/3/2009 and 15 June 20. So now you practice this one, then I will move on to the next one. Let me know once you're done with this. Done? Okay. Yes, it is. Yes. So it can read it. Uh, Reason being, I was using till now that I want to make it a habit for you. Otherwise, it can read without data lines as well. That's in format. So input, we are reading this data, right? Which are given in the data lines. And since we have some special character, so we need to use some in format, and we have used mmddyy in format. And in the second line of code, it was checking the number of months between the date, which is this variable, and this date. Date will automatically take the data from data lines. No, the input will take. So input will take it. Yes. And which is a part of input statement. Okay, everyone. All right. Let me move on to the next code. So we have another function by name of intnx. Next. It helps me to get the next date whenever you visit any doctor, right? They give you a date after 3 weeks. Now, if you are not sure what date, so you can use this function interval next, right? So this function require which interval you are referring, from which date, and how many intervals are required. So for timing, let me just delete this. This thing I will explain it in a while. So I need from this date, right? I need a date after 4 months. After 4 months. So my intervals are in month, and how many intervals? The 4 month, 4 intervals. Let me convert that into. So अगर मेरे को ये पता करना है कि इस डेट से 4 महीने बाद किस डेट को मेरे को आना है, सो आई कैन यूज इंटरवल नेक्स्ट के अगला इंटरवल डेट का होगी, इन 4 इंटरवल का डेट क्या आएगी. बट बाय डिफॉल्ट डू यू सी इट इज गिविंग द फर्स्ट ऑफ एवरी मंथ, लाइक though the date was 3/3, it was giving me 7/1, which means it is giving you a day after 4 months, but it is giving me the first day of every month in all three cases. So I can use fourth parameter, right? Sorry, which is known as alignment parameter. I can use middle. So in this case, this will return me the mid of the month. So middle date, right? 16, 15, 16. Now, if you want that, okay, you want the same day, which means this should give you the same day. Now you see 3/3 after 4 months, it is 7/3. So you can use these parameters to get the next interval date. Any question on this? Done? So I'm not getting any question today, any specific reason. I know I'm a good trainer, but that doesn't mean that you should stop asking questions. It's been more than 40 minutes and there was not a single question. So there was only one question from the Hitesh. What about others? Is all clear? Okay. अब सर ने बोला है तो कुछ तो पूछ लेते हैं, क्यों नहीं? ऐसा है। तो इंटरवल चेक का मतलब है कि मेरे को इंटरवल चेक करने की इन दोनों डेटों के बीच में, जैसे आज और कल के बीच में कितने इंटरवल होंगे। अगर मैं आवर्स की बात करूं तो 24 आवर्स, राइट। उसी तरह से आज की डेट और जिस दिन आप पैदा हुए उस दिन की डेट के बीच में कितने डेज हो गए, वो पता करें तो यहाँ पे मेरे को क्या लिखना, डे, कितने दिनों का अंतर है। आपके छोटे भाई और आपके बीच में कितने महीनों का अंतर है। सो वो इंटरवल निकालने के लिए आई कैन यूज फंक्शन इंटरवल सी के, इंटरवल चेक। और इंटरवल नेक्स्ट इसलिए यूज करते हैं कि आज इस पर्टिकुलर डेट से 4 महीने बाद कौन सी डेट होगी, 6 महीने बाद या 4 साल बाद, 4 हफ्तों बाद, 2 क्वार्टर बाद क्या डेट होगी। सो वी यूज आई एन टी एन एक्स। क्वेश्चंस, कमेंट, थॉट। ऑलराइट, लगता है सतीश ने ब्रेकफास्ट किया नहीं है, मेरे को ऐसा लग रहा है। नेक्स्ट इज योर ईयर डिफ फंक्शन। सो ईयर डिफ, sorry, year diff will give you the difference in terms of year between two dates. All right, and this will calculate your year by two logic. It can calculate your difference in year by two logic. Excuse me. So, what is the difference? How many days are there between? Sorry, how many days are there in a year? Answers, please. And let me see who can give me the right answer. How many days are there between? Sorry, in a year. Sorry. Okay. 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 तो चलो बचपन से जो पढ़ा वही पता होगा, राइट। Actually, the difference is 365 point. So how many years are there? It is 365.25. अब वो 2.25 को कोई कैप्चर नहीं कर सकते तो क्या किया, फोर्थ ईयर में जाकर के उसको एडजस्ट कर देते हैं, राइट। यही मतलब हुआ ना, फोर्थ ईयर में जाकर एडजस्ट करने का मतलब क्या हुआ। उस साल में कोई ऐसा नहीं होता कि सडनली एक दिन बढ़ जाता है ना। एक्चुअली द टाइम जो आप कैलकुलेट करते हो वो 0.25 होता है, 365.25 होता है। अब फोर्थ ईयर में जाकर के जब उसको कैलकुलेट करते हो तो वो बढ़ जाता है। Alright. So this year diff function can calculate your year difference by two logic. One is 365.25, which is known as actual, or it can calculate the year difference by second logic, which is 360 day in a year, 30 days in a month. All right. Do you see? It is 0.33, 0.33, 0.33 when you are using this method, 360 day, 30 day in a year. Sorry, 360 days, 30 days in a month. and when you are using actual method, it is calculating on the basis of 365.25 days in a year. So the difference will be very small. On the third decimal place you can see this. अब सबके मन में क्वेश्चन होगा इसकी जरूरत क्या है, राइट? ये क्वेश्चन होगा ना सबके मन में कि इसकी जरूरत क्या है. सो फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशन जब इंटरेस्ट देते हैं, सॉरी, जब पैसा लोन पे देते हैं, इंटरेस्ट कैलकुलेट करते हैं, सो दे कैन लीवरेज दिस. और कंपनी लाइक रिलायंस को अगर वो 40,000 करोड़ का लोन दे रहे हैं तो पॉइंट डेसिमल के थर्ड प्लेस में भी अगर फर्क पड़ रहा है ना, तो वो भी कुछ 101 करोड़ रुपए बन जाता है वो भी. राइट? So that's why there are people who use this method. तो मैं तो इंटरेस्ट जरूर 30 दिन के हिसाब से ब्याज लूंगा, मैं 360 डेज के हिसाब से इंटरेस्ट चार्ज करूंगा. तो क्या होगा, उनका थोड़ा सा इंटरेस्ट अमाउंट ज्यादा बन जाता है, यानी 4 दिन का एक्स्ट्रा पैसा मिल जाता है उनको एक साल के अंदर. सॉरी, 5.25 डेज का एक्स्ट्रा पैसा मिल जाता है. और when it comes out to be a big loan, it is a huge amount. So that's it about the functions, right? Now I am going to teach you some statement and written statement. All right. So there is a difference between a statement and a function, right? So if I ask you, let me just screen by screen. So before I move on to the next, so actual means, okay. So let me show you an example. And let's say this is, if you calculate the difference between 2 days, you will get your answer 365, right? However, this 365 is not exactly 365. So if you say that your yearly interest is 12%, what does that mean? What would be your daily interest? You divide this by this, क्योंकि वहां तो दिन के हिसाब से भी लोन चलता है ना कमर्शियल कैपिटल मार्केट में. वहीं if you are calculating this 12% interest rate with 360, do you see there is a difference of this? If my loan is usually happen for 40,000 crore, 40,000 1 times 100,000, 10,000, तो इतनी मान लेते हैं. What would be a difference on daily basis on interest payment? One times 100,000, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh, crore. 1 crore 82 lakh रुपए का डेली का फर्क पड़ जाएगा सिर्फ एक कैलकुलेशन चेंज करने से. तो सब यूरोपियन कंट्रीज के अंदर ये वाली कैलकुलेशन चलती है 365. तो एक्चुअल का मतलब जो आप इंटरेस्ट डिवाइड करोगे डेली का वो 365.25 से करोगे. 365.25 से. Some financial institution they use this. It is their terms and conditions. I am not sure about if this credit card company is also using this or not. But there are some financial institutions they use it, and that's why we have this method. फेसबुक ने कमाया ना इस क्वार्टर में कितने 40,000 करोड़ आया कहाँ से मेरे दिमाग में. फेसबुक ने कमाए क्वार्टर के अंदर इतने पैसे. वो अगर इसको लोन पे दे देगी ना पर दिन का लोन कितना आएगा देख लो आप. दिन का अगर 12% का इंटरेस्ट रेट है अगर ये 10% का कर दो तो मार्क चुकरबर्ग 1.5 करोड़ रुपए तो सिर्फ पर डे ब्याज से कमा सकता है. वो एक क्वार्टर की कमाई है. Okay. All right, so let's move on to the next topic, which is a retain statement and sum statement. All right. So before I explain you the thing, you need, I'm sharing this data with you. And create this data in the exactly same manner. Let me know once you have created your data. Let me know once you're done. To add a comment, select your text, right, and press Control and /, and to remove, select, press Control Shift and same /. And do not write all these things, right? Let me know once you're ready with the data. Done. Okay. What about the others? Manish, Rohit, month. Second is day. Then team name. Rohit and Rupa. Okay. And what about you, Rupa? Okay, perfect. So we have this data, and now there were two questions being asked from us that someone want to know how many runs were scored till 23rd, right? So that's means someone want to calculate the cumulative score, which mean, and I believe you all know what is cumulative mean. So we cumulative means this should be added to this, and some of this should be added to this. So the first question is we need to get the cumulative sum. Now, if someone asks you what was the maximum run someone has scored till 24th, which means we need to compare all these four values here. But if someone asks you on 25th what was the maximum score, then you will be comparing this thing, right? So how you can achieve or how you can solve this two problems? So let me show you that. So there is a retain statement. So retain, what does retain does? It retain the value from the previous iteration. All right. So it will retain the value from the previous iteration. So let me uncomment this and show you. So now I want to calculate cumulative run, which means someone will be adding this to this, this to this, this to this, right? So 3 plus 5, 8, 8 plus 4, 12, 12 plus 2, 14, 14 plus 8, 22, 22 plus 4, 26, 26 plus 4, 30, and so on. So how does this happen? So search on line by line. So it has read this data, it has read this variable. Now to read this retain, it will search for come run column, right? Since this is not there in the data, so missing value will be assigned to this. Now we got to know we need to create a column by come run, which is the outcome of sum and runs, which is 3 comma blank. So the output would be 3 in first iteration. Now what is the, sorry, give me a second, let me close this. Now what is the value for come run? It is 3. When this will happen, it will retain the value 3 for come run, and then in the next line, come run will become runs, which is 5, and come run, which is 3. 5 plus 3, 8. Now this value will be retained in the next iteration, and then 8 and 4, 12. And this is how this will keep on working. Any question? Done? Or you have any question on this? Okay, so let me move on to the next thing. Same thing we can achieve by using a sum statement, right? We can achieve this goal rather writing a 2 line of code. We can write 1 line of code, which is come run plus runs, right? So what happened in this case, the addition and the assignment will happen at the same point in time. All right, so I need more confirmation if you have done this. So if you run this program, or you can change its name so that you are sure that it is not the last program which you are seeing. Let's say ABCS. So again, as I told you, the assignment and the addition will happen at the same point of time. So once this will run, in the first iteration, the value for ABC is blank. Then we are adding runs to it. So ABC plus 3 will become blank plus 3 will become 3. And the 3 value will be assigned to the ABC. The next iteration 3 plus 5 will become 8 and 8 will be assigned into ABC. Right? But if you run your program in this manner, which means if you write runs plus come run, this will not work. Reason being, in a sum statement, write runs plus missing, right? So what will be assigned to the runs? A missing value. So this will remain missing till the end. So every time you will run this, the last value will be missing, so you will see a missing value in the end. So remember, we can add, or we should not have a missing value at the end. So this is incorrect. Sum statement, right? Now the second thing which I told you, that the second scenario where you need to calculate the maximum run, right? So how you can achieve the maximum run? You just need to retain the maximum run from first iteration, and then you can check max between your max run and the current run. So for example, if I run this for first iteration, retain will be a missing value because there is nothing before this iteration. Max run is equal to maximum of missing comma runs, and missing comma 3, the value assigned to this max run column is 3. This will be retained in the next iteration, and in this current iteration, max run is equal to maximum of 3 comma 5. So the 5 will be assigned to max run and it will be retained in the next iteration. In the next iteration, you are retaining a value 5. So maximum of 5 comma current run is 4. This will again return you the 5, right? Like this. Is this clear? All right. So let's move on to the next example. And this is conditional statements, right? So, we have used one short example in our previous class, but today we are going to learn it in detail. So conditional statement that whenever you use if, right, it will act accordingly. So this set, we are using set statement to read our existing data set, right? And if we are using if gender is equal to male, then it should give so the output is the your gender. We have one data point which is only for male. Now if you can use this way. If gender is equal to male, then delete, right? So this will delete and it will return you the value which are female. Easy peasy. Now, on the basis of condition, you can create different data set, right? Or multiple data set. So I am creating two data set, test F, which will contain data for female, test M, which will contain data for male. I am reading an existing file, which is shelf.cla, and I am writing a program for these data sets, right? So if gender is equal to female, then output should go to this data set, else output should go to this data set. So let me show you first that my work libraries. Let me clean this. So your data test female, test male. All right. Similarly, we can create a new variable based on the condition, right? Based on this condition, we can create a new variable like pocket money. So it's just like your plain English. If gender is equal to female, then pocket money is equal to 100 as pocket money equals to 50. And then you can see 50, 100, 100, 100, 100, 50, 50, 100, right? This is how you can write the conditional statement. Done? This one. Output will be one, right? It will not print both the output. So for that you need to go to this and then you need to check. Print command can run only one output at one point of time. The next is your do loop, right? Now the thing is, if you write any conditional statement, right, you can do only one action after then statement, which means you can create only one variable. Now, if you have to create multiple variables, then you use a keyword do. So here what I'm writing is gender is equal to female, then do what? All these three things. And in SAS, whenever you use a do statement, you need to use an and statement. Every do statement should be followed by an and statement. That is mandatory. Right? Else, do what? Do all these three things. So let me run this for you. And you see that three new variables have been created. Done? Sorry. Everyone completed? Okay. Now you can write multiple condition on the left side of that. So now you're checking if gender is equal to female and weight is equal greater than equals to 100, then expense equal to 500. Else if now I have a more than two condition, which is else if and else. I am using three conditions. So if gender is equal to female and weight is less than 100, then expense is equal to 400. Else for everything else, expense is equal to 0. Now what we are doing, we are putting two conditions with an and, right? So it will first check the gender column and then it will check the weight column, and when both the conditions are true, then it will return you return the expense column, right? So you need to remember one thing always, right? Whenever you're writing any conditional statement, your condition should be MECE. MECE means MECE, mutually exclusive and collectively exhaustive, which means they should not overlap on each other, and your code should have answer for everything or for every conditional. All right. So in this case, that if these two conditions are not true, then we have for rest everything we have this condition. So my condition are collectively exhaustive, and these two conditions are opposite to each other. So these are mutually exclusive. If I have written LE over here, which means less than equals to, then they are not mutually exclusive because 100 will overlap in this condition and this condition as well. The good thing about SAS is you can use mnemonic like LT, GT, GE, LE, or you can use a symbol as well. Then now run this program and share the output. And everyone has to complete this exercise. So now who can tell you what is wrong with this program? And everyone has to answer this. So you have done so many programming, right? Yes, we have male, female in the gender column. Question: what is wrong in this? What about others? Your thought, please. Oshin, Rupa, Sanchit, Karishma. What is wrong over here? Okay. So what we are trying to do, right? We are putting and condition, right? We are putting and condition on the same cell. हम क्या बोल रहे हैं? जो एक सेल होती है ना, एक एक्स्ट्रा सेल होती है, उसके अंदर एक डेटा है विच इज मेल या फीमेल. अब उस सेल में मैं पूछ रहा हूँ यहाँ पे मेल भी होना चाहिए और साथ ही साथ फीमेल भी होनी चाहिए, विच इज नॉट पॉसिबल. सो वी कैन नॉट पुट एन ऑन सेम सेल, right? So what we can use, yes, you are right, Hitesh, that we can use or in that case. If you write or, then you will get some answer. ये समझ में आया? रूपा, ओशी, करिश्मा, ये क्या गलत है यहाँ पे? All right. We can also use a where statement to run this kind of. We can use some other condition like also some other keyword which we can't use with if. So let me show you two more examples. So for example, if I'm writing, yes, gender is equal to this and weight is equal to this and height is less than 60. This will give me the same output if I will write the, oh, a second, my screen is, okay. So you got the output for the condition which you have mentioned in this program where gender is this, weight is this, greater than this, and height is less than this. You can write with if. There is hardly any difference. Right? So you will see the output are same. Right? However, in program like this, where we are using a keyword between, we cannot use if. So in this program I am writing where gender is equal to this and weight is between 60 and 100. Right? You can use with where you can use this kind of keywords. If you have to write the same program, right? If you have to write the same program with if, you will be using this command. And you can use where for condition like contains. So here we are saying where name contains alphabet A. So if my name contains alphabet A, then only it will give me the output. You can use where condition in example like this is not missing. Since our data does not have any missing value, so it will give the same output. So can we have more than one under where command? Yes, we can have. We can also use like operator with where condition. Right? So let me show you what is the meaning of different keywords. So like we are searching a string where In second place, from the last, we have O. So percent means anything before O, and this underscore is a placeholder, which means if you're writing only once, it will check for only one place. If you're giving two underscore, then this means from back it should be third. So let me run this and show you the output. So only Carol is there where we can find O on the second last position. So percent means anything before this. Similarly, I can reverse the equation and I am writing underscore A and percentage. So do you see? In second place, you will see A only. So underscore means fixed number of character or fixed space or fixed number of alphabet, and percent means anything. All right. You can use in operator, right, with where condition. So if you run this command, then you will get the output only for these three people, right? All right. So that's it for today, because the next topic which I'm going to start will take some time to get and need fresh memory. So, any question for the topic which we have covered today before I wrap up the class? So, who all are present today? So, I'm going to share the program with them only. Manish. Okay. And then who? Jen Achal. Achal is present? No? Okay, let me first put them into two. He is not here. Aman Kumar, not present. TFG Siddharth Kaushik, not present. Johnny Anthony not present. Very good. Hitesh is present. Karishma is present. Rishabh. No. Rupasri is present. And then I don't understand this sense. Whose ID is this? Okay, this is Sanchit. Oh, Sanchit. Oh my God. Wish Ankur. Ankur is present. Ankur, you there? No. Okay. Karthike, not present. Ocean present. N.K. Sharma. Who is N.K. Sharma? Mitali Sethi. Aman Bas. Whose ID is this? No one. And RS. So we have everyone on this distribution list. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I believe I have shared, but I can again cross check. So everyone's ID is here. No, I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There should be 2 more people. Whom I am missing? Rupa, your ID. Okay, your ID is there. Your ID is there. Whom am I missing? No one. कोई है ही नहीं इसको मिस कर रहा हूँ. How come? अच्छा कुछ लोग ड्रॉप कर गए अभी. अब कैसे मालूम चलेगा कौन लोग थे? चेक से. What is the ID? Rohit. Rohit ID is not here. Which Rohit? I don't know. Someone knows his ID? Rohit Sharma's ID? No? Alright, let me share this with. I'm sure asking for last class. Let me open the program. Copy. And apply all. This I have covered, right? So copy and apply all. Sure. Any last question which I can take? Okay, then thank you for joining in. I hope you enjoy the session. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home.